African-American community is the only community that has the power in this country to change anything. They are the only ones that are going to save the Latinos. And I clap for the African-American.
Bravo, bravo. That's what they look at black people as, the help. Not as allyship, just disposable help. Someone that they could put in front of them as a shield. And that's why a lot of these white Cubans left Cuba. It's not necessarily because of politics or ideology. It's because of racial equality. Before the Cuban Revolution, they used to discriminate against black Cubans. It was legal. Black Cubans didn't have access to healthcare or education, and they lived in poorer conditions where they served the white Cubans. After the Cuban Revolution, all that changed. They start promoting racial equality. Black Cubans start having access to healthcare, access to education. And a lot of white Cubans, that made them feel uncomfortable. They were used to the old Cuba, where they had an upper advantage on the black Cubans. They're not going to bring this information up freely. That's why when she says save us, servitude, you're nothing but the help, disposable help. Make my white Cuban life a little bit easier and comfortable since our white savior.
I saw that video, I was like, wait, when do black Americans become your savior? That's the question. When do they become your savior? Because if you see them applauding black Americans like this, you should know that they actually want someone they will actually put in front. Anyways, I will allow you guys enjoy every other clothes that I have for you guys. But first, hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's Sonia and I'm back again with another mind-blowing video. Hi guys, doing? Hope you guys are fine. Hope you guys are good. If it's first time tuning, do it, subscribe, like this video, drop me a comment, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. Thank you so much for 300 subscribers. I do not take you guys for granted. And to every single person supporting this channel, God super bless you. This video is not only going to be educational, but this video is going to teach a lot of black Americans to be able to know that if it is not your calling, stay put on your end. Do not go and save anybody. You are not a miracle worker. You are not a savior. Now let's go ahead, watch this video, and then I'll come back with commentaries. Every videos and stitches we have in this video credit belongs to the original creators of this video. Let's dive right because this is so interesting.
The stuff coming out about Kenny does not surprise me at all because a Latino being anti-black, kind of on brand, honestly. And I'm like very pro-Latina, but like being pro-Latina is like calling out the shit within our community, and our community can be very anti-black. This is a perfect example, and this is why I don't blame black women for only wanting to date black men, because it's like they're like put in these like horrible situations. And this is also why I understand why black women kind of side-eye black men who only date outside of their race, because yeah, stuff like this, it's like a lot of times when it comes to non-black people, and I noticed this, I'm gonna clock it, I noticed this with a lot of Latinas, they'll fetishize black men, you know? It's like those types of Latinas that like say the N-word all the time and specifically only date black men and get box braids, you know what I'm talking about? But it's like in the same breath you do all that and then they're anti-black, or they don't call out the racism in their family and stuff like that. Like, it's just so, I don't know. And I'm not saying that, like, black people can't be prejudiced towards Latino, that doesn't happen. I get it, but, like, we're not talking about that. What we're talking about is there is a very, like, serious, like, issue within our communities of just being anti-black and colorist. That the whole saying of, like, you know, when browner skin Latinos, like during the summertime when they're told like, oh, don't go outside, you'll get darker. Huh? Or hay que mejorar la raza. Huh? Or güeritos más bonitos. Huh? I think it's like we really need to make an effort as a community to start calling out our shit, okay? And honestly, I just feel so bad for Janae because she is such a beautiful, wonderful, that is a baddie, and she deserves so much better, so, yeah.
They said Cubans in Miami is not letting black women that's big in their clubs. They're not letting them in. They're refusing them service. They're saying they're too big and they're too dark. I repeat, Cubans are in Miami telling black women that's too big, they can't come in. Huh? I'm confused. Like, But y'all hate when we make it into a race thing. Why are y'all making it into a race thing? Y'all hate that when we talk about the issues. Why are y'all doing that? Why are y'all doing that? Like, I never been to Miami. I haven't been. Now, no, I'm not that big, but are you going to tell me I'm too dark? Probably. That's crazy. Like, I met some people that was from Miami before. They act stank as hell. Like they do. They act like they shit do not stink. Like they better than everybody.
Especially those Cubans in Miami, they are one of the most annoying people when it comes to this racism of a thing. So I'm surprised whenever I see their videos and they be like, blacks can come and help them. How the hell do you want blacks to actually help you? We're just a male club, just a male club. You will say, oh, they are too black, they can't allow them go in and so on and so forth. Like, it's really not nice, right? I don't know if these people are actually designed for this. I don't know if this is how their lifestyle basically is. Let me know in the comment section, because to be honest, with what we've been seeing online, like these people, racism profile is on the high side. You understand? Now, if you do not want these people, now that they are now realizing that Americans, blacks are very important in American, because I feel like at a point in time, these Cubans are not even realizing that these blacks are important. You understand? They don't see them as inferior. You know that inferiority complex of, you people do not just belong here. Now that they're finding out that black Americans, they are the settlers of American, permit me to use that word, or correct me if I'm wrong, it's now becoming an issue that you will now start seeing them on videos or putting out on their FYP, or black community, anti-black community, blah, blah, blah. So hold yourself. Hold yourself. Let the black community do what they know how to do. And I hope a lot of black communities should be able to learn from this, honestly. Do not feel pity for these people. You understand? Anyways, let's go ahead and roll out some of the clips I have. Then I'll come back with commentaries. Credit belongs to the original creators of every video we stitch in our videos. Guys, if you've watched to this point, you've not subscribed, please do subscribe. And I'll be back with commentaries, because at the verse.
Now that I have addressed the racism within my own community, let's talk about the anti-blackness that exists within the Latin American communities. So I wanted to take my time before I made this video. I knew it was coming, but I had to go out in, the field and ask my people what's going on. So this is what I concluded. When I went to go talk to them, they said that, we don't like African Americans because they feel that we owe them something. I want to make two things clear. First, I want to start off by saying that when we say things like this, we are following the same agenda that we are fighting against. We are fighting against white supremacy and racism. Those ideas that, that we have, the way we think, the way we are taught to fear African Americans, that is the same thing that we are fighting against. It's no different. When we choose to speak like this and participate in these stereotypes, we are no better than the people we are fighting against. And that is a point I want to make very clear to the people within my community, that you guys sound ignorant. We need to figure it out. Where do you truly stand with this? Because people are right. You can't ask African Americans for help when this is in the real world. That is how they are treated. My second point. Reparations are owed to the African American community. Without them, we would not be able to vote. We would not be able to go to the same schools. We would not be able to sit wherever we want. Let's not forget. They have been fighting for a very long time, since they came here. And us not acknowledging, I know I don't feel that as a country we have paid the respect that they owe. They really do. We owe them everything. It's because of greats. They're great people. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., the Black Panthers, they paved the way for us. They are the blueprint. And for us to go and participate in the same mentality that we are fighting against, it's just horrible. And it's wrong. If we don't fix this type of mentality and check our people, we are no better than the people we are up against. I want you to know that ignorance is our greatest enemy. So please do not allow yourself to be blinded by hate. I love and respect everybody, and I just want to say that if there's more people in the Latin community who are with me, I need y'all to say something. I need y'all to join the fight with me, because I can't be the only one.
For the Black community, because I know what it feels like to be racially profiled. I didn't know it before, and I thought it was a little bit of a reach, but now I totally get it. That's what a man came out on here and said, and this is why we should believe victims. This is why we should believe people's stories. This is why we should have empathy, and this is why we should be able to put ourselves in other people's shoes, because you thought it was a reach. That's what he said. He thought it was a reach when the Black community said that they were being racially profiled and they were getting stopped for no reason, and like it probably wasn't that serious. But now that Latinos are getting racially profiled, now he gets it. This is why empathy is so important, because you never know when the tables turn. And no, it shouldn't be transactional. It really shouldn't. You should believe people, because you should think. You should be able to think outside yourself and be like, if that was me, I would hate that. I don't have to be Black to realize that that freaking sucks. That what they go through, what they've experienced, sounds painful. That I can't even imagine the years of frustration and honestly, just freaking frustration and anger that they must feel. But guess what? Now Latinos get it. Now. And that is why we are in the situation that we are, because people don't feel for others until it happens to them.
Sitting while Black in Florida.
I'm sitting outside taking a break. A man rolled up in that truck and then rolled back, and he asked me what company I work for. I don't know who this man is. I did not feel comfortable giving him any of my information, and so now he just took a picture of me and is saying that he's gonna call the police. So so here we go. We'll see what happens. This man has a gun. He's now talking to my producer with a gun in his hand. So he's confirming the address with the police. I called my producer because I didn't feel comfortable leaving. A lot of times in these situations, if you leave, you're still in a bad situation. So he has a gun, it's in a holster, and he's talking now to my producer who had to call. As a rule, I don't give out information, any of my personal information, to someone that I don't know. So now my producer...
They know that the Latinos will even come out and tell you that, okay, let's talk about the anti-racism that is within my own community and so on and so forth. I actually do not know what Black people did to you guys, right? I don't know why people are actually frowning. Like the push that you guys have pushed Black enough, if not because Black Americans are strong people. As at this time, Haba, they would have been falling already. You understand what I'm trying to say? But one thing I love about these Black Americans is they are very strong people. I did a video about them talking about how they are actually able to help immigrants. And I feel like that is one of the weaknesses they have. The fact that they can't stop helping. And it's just like a normal thing for we Blacks, right? The fact that no matter how we see someone going down, we cannot just let that person drown. But you see these Cubans, they will leave people to drown. Like they don't even care. Even if you like. Instead, they'll bring out their Snapchat and Instagram and start picking up pictures that they're not supposed to pick up. You understand? And see, Blacks, if you're watching this as a Black American, right? I'm not telling you this, that you should go and start doing another race profile with the Latinos or the Latinas and so on and so forth, right? I'm just trying to tell you that just don't let your weakness, don't let your, not weakness, don't let your kindness be your weakness. You understand? Know when it's time to act. Know when it's time to be like, no, I'm not doing this. You can see a woman just sitting, chilling, and you're seeing The man just come in, I want to know who you're working for, I want to know this. Before you know, he's calling the cops. Why the hell are you calling the cops? Why? Why are you calling the cops? You didn't see how it's any harmful subject. You didn't see how it's gone. You just see someone, you just assume that because that person is black, because that person is among the people of color, as simple as that person is actually going to be a very bad person, and you're not coming to interview the person. Like, you want to see the person's ID card, and because she did not, boom, you're calling the cops. Just imagine that lady actually left that position she is, and then she just leave when the man was actually calling the cops. They would have traced her and said there is another thing that lady came there for. It's not making sense. Now they are realizing, now they're seeing that Black Americans are not the people that they think that they are. Black Americans are not just the people that are keeping quiet. Black Americans are people that are fighters. And now they want Black Americans to come out. Oh, you can see the first clip of the video applauding and know that Black Americans will come and save Latinos. No hell that no Black American is coming to save Latino. Latinos should save Latino. Latinos should save Latino. Blacks should save Black. You understand? Black should save Black. Latinos should save Latinos. You get? You can't stop us when we were looking for a shoulder to lean on. You're not giving us shoulder to lean on, but now that you need shoulder, you want us to come and portray so that you can just come and lie on our shoulders. Things are not done that way. Treat people the same way you want to be treated. If anybody should tell them that as at this point of their life, it is going to hit back on them, deportation is going to hit on them, they will not believe. But how far? How market? Trump started with you guys and he's going to finish up with you guys. It's as simple as that. Anyways, what do you think about this video? Like, comment, and share. If you have any other contra opinion, let me know in the comment section. I stand a chance to be corrected. This video is just for educational purpose and so that we can actually learn one or two things for ourselves. That's why I prefer you chatting very well in the comment section so that a lot of people can actually learn, right? Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And yes, with no further ado, I'd like to say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye. I love you guys. Mwah.